crew been thinking I'm joking. It's hot in here, we all soaking. Plus the sight of you got me open. Ain't no closing in the way that you tripping. Just got me tripping. It's time to wind, move your waistline, don't know what you're missing. The first man stepped to you trying to dance, you told him back up and then took out your phone. The next man stepped to you trying to dance, you told him back up and leave you alone. If you got a man then just say, if not then okay. Let's dance while the song just replay. Let's dance while the song just replay. Move your waist, bring it close to me, baby. Give me one wine, one time. The way you move that thing around, I can't say you're freaking. You need to bring that thing my way. Give me one wine, one time. The way you move that thing around, I can't say you're freaking. You need to bring that thing my way. It made me want go. The way you make your body move, I swear I don't know what to do. I'm trying to keep up with your wine. Hope you don't mind if I hold on you. Cause the way you belt your waist puts a smile across my face. I need some time to get myself together. You're trying to break me but cannot shake me. I'm staying with you even if we go low. But when we come back up, let me know what's up. I'm feeling you and I might take you home. But if you got a man then just say, if not then okay. Let's dance while the song just replay. Let's dance while the song just replay. Move your waist, bring it close to me, baby. Give me one wine, one time. The way you move that thing around, I can't say you're freaking. You need to bring that thing my way. Give me one wine, one time. The way you move that thing around, I can't say you're freaking. You need to bring that thing my way. It made me want go. Baby, give me one wine, one time. The way you move that thing around, I can't say you're freaking. You need to bring that thing my way. Give me one wine, one time. The way you move that thing around, I can't say you're freaking. You need to bring that thing my way.
One time, one time. They come and them sitting around them things, them things. Them on the general, them one time, one time. They come and them sitting around them things, them things. Them on the general.
I'm focused, the crew been thinking I'm joking. It's hot in here, we all soaking. Plus the sight of you got me open. Ain't no closing in the way that you tripping. Just got me tripping. It's time to wind, move your waistline, don't know what you're missing. The first man stepped to you trying to dance, you told him back up and then took out your phone. The next man stepped to you trying to dance, you told him back up and leave you alone. If you got a man then just say, if not then okay. Let's dance while the song just replay. Let's dance while the song just replay. Move your waist, bring it close to me, baby. Give me one wine, one time. The way you move that thing around, I can't say you're freaking. You need to bring that thing my way. Give me one wine, one time. The way you move that thing around, I can't say you're freaking. You need to bring that thing my way. It made me want go. The way you make your body move, I swear I don't know what to do. I'm trying to keep up with your wine. Hope you don't mind if I hold on you. Cause the way you belt your waist puts a smile across my face. I need some time to get myself together.
All right. right. Hey guys, we are at the Burnout podcast.
What's up?
I have Will Ferdinand with me.
What's good, everybody?
All right. First I want to do a public service announcement on my podcast. As you guys can see, AJ is not here with me right now, and that is because he's taking time off to focus on school. So let's send him positive vibes, good energy, and let's get this rolling. So Will,
Education is important. Yeah, what's good? What's good?
Yes, education is important. Is that something important to you?
Yeah, I never went to college, but I will one day. I actually been.
So you want to go back to school?
Not back to because I went to school before. But essentially, I want to go back to school, further my skills in music. And ways I could help, just offer to the music community and stuff like that.
So you kind of already spilt the tea on who you are as far as music.
I guess, yeah.
But so let's tell the guests who you are. Like, who is Will Ferdinand, and why are you up here?
I'm an artist from Brooklyn, New York. From Brooklyn, from East Flatbush, Brooklyn. I sing. I've been singing since probably I was like for real, since I was like 13. Started in junior high school, trying to impress girls and stuff like that. And now, I do it for real. I take it seriously. I do my shows, I reach out and work with different artists, go out and perform different open mics and stuff like that. And I sing, R&B.
Okay. So R&B, you are an R&B artist. So you were the first R&B artist we've had on the show. We only had rappers.
Oh, that's lit.
So you're the first one.
Okay.
So applause for that.
First me, I'm number one.
Number one.
First of many.
Yes. So into R&B, why that? Because we see as music's changed, just more hip hop oriented than it was R&B, and it used to be R&B and then hip hop. Now it's hip hop then R&B.
Well, say that again. Run that bump.
Well, I guess what I'm trying to say is originally when you think of black music, charting and stuff like that, it starts with R&B, R&B.
That's fair.
So before it used to be the rap artist needed to get on an R&B artist song to pop.
Okay.
Now you need a fucking R&B artist needs to get on a rap artist song to pop.
I can see that.
Feel me? It's kind of changed. The game has shifted. So
Definitely.
what made you want to stick to your roots?
I mean, I started out rapping, honestly.
Oh, okay.
So for me, it was
So what shifted? What made the change?
I think for many guys that start singing, you want to impress some girls and stuff like that, and then just singing it came. I guess unexpected. It chose me in a way. As a kid, I used to mimic a lot of things, voices I heard, people I heard, things like that. And just to get my voice to sound as closely like it as I can, and I just keep trying and keep doing it till I get the result I wanted. And that, as an effect, I guess turned into my routine for learning how to sing, and it just took a life on its own.
All right, that's dope. So you mentioned open mic a little earlier.
Yeah.
You're into that whole open mic scene.
Oh,
And
yeah,
for all of you guys that don't know, it's a scene. People is
for real,
in
for
that
real.
shit.
You see that,
It's some that are known, some that aren't. And right now it's on the up and up.
That's
Open
a
mic
fact.
for R&B.
Not even on the up and up. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Not
Coming back.
Yeah,
it's coming back. That's what I was gonna say. So you want to get into that? How did you get into open mic?
Honestly, you just go. It was something I went to.
But how did you know? All right, I want to go.
Okay,
do
so
open mic.
you have, there was a singing community I was part of. I still am part of a vocal class that I go to, and different singers you see, you meet, and they just tell you about different places you could go. Just to hear good music, hone your craft, sing if you want to. Open mics is one of those places. So Cafe Y and West Fourth, that's a real good open mic circuit in New York City. So you have Cafe Y out there. Our Village Underground was a spot that they used to do a real famous open mic at. Also Groove, just different locations. You got Sugar Bar, but that's more out. That's not really in West Fourth area. That's more up in 72nd.
So
something
just
like that.
really being around different people in the singing community brought you to open mic.
Absolutely, yeah. The more people you get around, the more places you get, into access, and just you rub elbows with different people, more circles you get into.
So what's different, I guess, about doing open mics versus doing just a live show?
I mean, essentially, the more you go to open mics, especially if you go to a specific one, you see a lot of the same people.
Yeah.
So and it's really a pool of your peers that you're singing in front of. You guys critique each other, and it's practice almost in a sense. So you get to entertain them while at the same time learn from them when they perform. It's not also just so much about you performing, it's about who you see,
Yeah,
because
definitely.
it's like some of the best talent you'll hear,
I
on a
believe it.
random
I
night in New
believe
York
it.
City,
Yeah. Yeah. So
it's dope.
I guess like going from that, how does that influence your music and your sound?
I mean,
Cause you are very like, I would say, I don't want to use the word well trained. That's like bougie.
I mean,
but like you are like well trained. Like
I guess
you are
to a degree, to an extent,
to a very well
you know,
extent. Like
to an
I
extent.
literally had a dude walk up to me during a shoot and was like, "Yo, like his range, like I'm trying to get there, blah blah blah.
Nah,
like you know him,
it's-
da da da. Like so
that's
you
cool.
are good in it. It shows.
I mean, if for me, it's like it's a lot of practice. It's like it's how much are you actually on it? Like it's like anything. Like if you're a basketball player and you want to get your handle up, you dribbling the ball everywhere you go. Like if you're a writer, you're writing all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like for me, it was like I was singing like I still do. Like
Yeah.
everywhere I go, like I call it like singing Tourette's. And anyone who
Yeah.
sings, like they understand that. Like it's like you sing all the time. Like the littlest things, like you'll sing "Bless You" if somebody sneezes.
Yeah.
You know, like those kinds of things. And that's like little forms of practice outside of also like singing on the train. I used to do that for a while, for a good amount of years, and that also acted as like a good place to hone the voice, that I wanted.
So with you as an artist, I can tell like your craft is very important. So one thing I kind of wanted to know is like, how do you keep your authenticity in your music? Because nowadays we see where like everyone is about like necessarily like their brand, who they are as a person. It isn't necessarily about their music. It's them first, then the music.
Yeah.
And here on this show, we like to support talent over popularity.
Yeah.
So what keeps you to your roots? Because anyone could pull a fucking 6ix9ine.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like I don't know. I say for me, it's like I listen to a lot of people, like, and everyone says that, like, you listen to a lot of people, but I really use that as a tool to help me to just keep my sound fresh all the time, as well as like I don't write for, I guess, the wave. Like I really write based on what I'm feeling in that moment and in that like literally in that space and time. So like
Yeah.
and then I set that mood. So if I'm in the studio, if I'm feeling like a party record, I drink a little bit, get right, and then but I just really, it's for what I like to make music for experiences.
Of
so
course.
like if you driving in your car, this is a song that you feel like, this is the right song I should be driving
Yeah,
to.
that's
It's
the kind
just
of
a
music that
weird
people
way, but like
like.
anybody understands that.
Yeah,
like when
yeah.
you're driving, they would, like for instance, "Over My Dead Body" was a song I used to love driving to on "Take Care" of Drake's
Yeah.
album in 2011 when I had my car. Oh my God, that was my at nighttime. Throw that on, drive to Walmart. It just set the vibe.
Nah,
And that
yeah.
helped. I really try to do that in everything, every song that I make. I make sure that if I heard this, what would I be doing, and is this the song I would want to be hearing?
Yeah. I like that. That's definitely a good way to look at music, and I feel like we need more of that. Like we need
It's really
more
it's
music.
intentional.
Yeah, that's personal, because I feel like a lot of the shit that's out now, like anyone can say, like, you feel it when you in a club, you feel it, like, but it's not nothing that stick. Like, damn, that made me feel it.
Yeah.
So I guess shifting gears, I want to get more into you as like an artist, a brand. Even though we were just talking about that, let's get more into like
Will
the
to Win.
second half of you. Will to Win.
Will to Win is my
you
brand.
actually
It's my
have
brand.
your hat on
That's my
right
hat.
now.
Will to Win.
Just
Will
look
to
right
Win
into the
Entertainment.
camera. Let them know.
Will to Win Entertainment is that's my whole brand, my whole like movement that I'm trying to start. Like as coming up in my music career, like I'm not. A lot of people I feel like want to wait till they get to a certain point and then break things out, and that's cool for certain things.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's certain things that like you shouldn't wait for. Like for instance, no matter what level you're at, if there's like an injustice, you speak on that. If you feel
Yeah.
if that's the type of person you are, like I'm the type of person
Definitely.
I don't like to see bad things happen to people, and I speak on people's behalf if I feel the need to. So like, and I wouldn't wait till I'm a person that people can listen to or will listen to per se. So say something like I'm gonna say
Right.
something no matter
Yeah,
what.
you're gonna say it when you feel like saying
Yeah.
it. Period. Pull. So
Period, pull.
so I guess getting into that, so does that drive like the kind of gigs you take and the kind of people you work with?
Yeah. I try to be open with the people I work with. Essentially, like I don't like to say that there's anybody I won't work with per se. I feel like the person determines that.
Yeah.
You know, like who you are as a person, the type of like energy that you attract. Like, you know, I got kids. I'm a dad, so it's like I don't.
We support dads on this
You know,
show.
for real, like, you know. So for me, it's like I got to make sure that I'm here for them. Like,
Yeah.
my safety is important. You know, so that's a key factor. You know, of course, like, you know, I'm from East Flatbush in Brooklyn, so I know people who aren't part of, I guess, the most accepted crews per se.
Right.
But you know, for me, it's like I really try to stay open to people and just be honest in
Right.
the things that I feel and the things that I feel I want to be a part of, and just be fair to, like, you know, those artists.
Yeah, definitely. So into like you being a dad, how does that affect you just like day-to-day life? Kind of like speak on that. Like, you know, we I feel like nowadays we're starting to see more and more black fathers, like, again. Like, you know, there was a time in the community where it wasn't a lot of black dads, and like a couple of guests I done had up here like done talked about how their dads affected their life and their music and stuff. So you being a father, how does that affect you?
I mean, I love it. It's fun in a lot of ways. Like, for me, I try, like, not try, I actually do, but I learned how to be a dad more so like just going along the way. Like, my dad was absent, just be, you know, on drugs and jail, stuff like that. But our relationship now is great. You know, we have a good bond, we speak. And I love him. From then, I never had a resentment towards him, no matter what we went through. But a lot of those moments he was absent for, I used as, like, I guess, just those memories, I used as tools to, like, be there for my kids. So, like, all the things that I didn't have, I just knew what to give my son, in a sense. And even if there are some things that he personally, in his life and in his reality, he may want from me that I'll have to learn, I'll make sure, just for me, that those things that I didn't have, I have to give him. And my daughter as well, because I have 2 kids.
Oh, yes, the babies.
Yes,
But
somebody
yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. I just wanted to get that little point so the people seeing you could see like a different side of you. So
I love my babies. I love my babies.
Yes, they're adorable too.
Thank
But
you.
so getting into that, so like I said, you are very like well trained in this music shit, but you also are very experienced on the theatrical side. Did you wanna get into that? I don't wanna spill a tea, so I'm gonna let you spill your own tea. I'm gonna let you throw your own shade. Let the peoples know what you into, what you do.
I mean, one of my first loves was Broadway and just musical theater. And one of the first things I've ever done, just I guess on a real professional level, as a kid, I performed in A Christmas Carol in Madison Square Garden, and it was like just as one of the angels singing in the show.
Oh my god!
But yeah,
that's still big though.
Yeah, you know, like it was fun.
How many
like,
people get to sing in Madison Square
You know
Garden?
what I'm saying? Like I remember it was the day I was walking with my son in the city in Midtown, and we're passing the garden. And I was like, "Daddy sang in there." When he was like maybe about a little bit older than you. And he's like, "Really?" I was like, "Yeah." So like I used to get taken out of class 3rd grade in the middle of a test, you know, just to go sing somewhere.
Yeah,
that's dope.
that's
you know what I'm
dope,
saying? So like,
yeah.
yeah, and it was cool. So that was like the first, I guess, interaction I had, you know, just with that side of music, and then it grew from there. Like just at every stage of school, from elementary school, junior high school, I was always in the show. I was always in like in 1st grade, I was in Aladdin. In junior high school, they did Grease. I was in Grease.
Sick.
In high school, freshman year, Bye Bye Birdie. 2nd year, sophomore year, we did, what was it, the West Side Story. Junior year, we did Into the Woods. And senior year, we did Rent, you know. So, and then I went on to do Rent when I got older.
I was just about to get into that.
In Scotland, yeah.
Yes, so could we talk about that? Let's talk about your experience with being on Broadway and actually doing the play Rent.
I mean, well, I wouldn't. It's not per se Broadway,
yeah.
but I mean, it was on the level
Of Broadway,
you
for
know,
that,
Yeah, because we
country.
actually it was for something called the Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
Yes.
And that happens every year in Edinburgh, Scotland. That's the capital of Scotland. And yeah, it's just like every day there's like hundreds of shows you can go to, one-man shows with like 20 people, like, you know, just a whole bunch of different shows, musicals, plays.
So what was that
a whole bunch of
like
different things.
doing Rent in Scotland? I have
It
no
was
idea
dope.
what Scotland
I mean-
is like, but I know Rent is definitely a it's a different kind of play. For those of you guys that haven't seen Rent or don't know what Rent is, could you actually tell them what it's about?
Yeah, so Rent is a play, a musical. It takes place in the 90s in New York City. It speaks on AIDS and the AIDS epidemic and how it affects the lives of this this circle of people that just some come to know each other, some haven't known, some have known each other for a long period of time, and they just talks about their lives and how those people live with, some of them have AIDS, some of them don't, but they just how that affects that group of people.
Right.
And it's really an introduction into that community, for the LGBT community, because some of them are gay.
Yeah.
You know, so it's just a real good look into that side of the world for the people that,
So
you
what
know.
was that like doing a production like that in Scotland? I don't know how they are with the LGBTQ because you know.
I mean, it wasn't so much like, like my character. I guess I wasn't a main role.
Yeah.
In the show, like I had an ensemble role throughout the show.
Yeah.
So I guess my character, if I wanted him to be gay, he would be gay.
Yeah.
But like, you know, I was just like a homeless guy in certain parts, someone's dad in certain parts. Like, you know, I had different roles throughout the show, and it really. It was a real teaching opportunity. You know, I got to meet different people. You know, you got to see how you affect people in different countries. You know, and then it's like you're telling someone else's story. You
Right.
know, I'm not gay, as a gay male, but you know, it's like just to be able to speak for someone on their behalf and see how you affected them, telling their story. It's
Right.
pretty dope.
Yeah, that is pretty dope. So going into that, I guess like from that, how in your music do you like try to tell a story? We basically were talking about this earlier, like catching a vibe, but like for your fans, like what is one thing like, yo, if I could do that for like anyone listening to my music?
You said what's one thing if I could do for my fans? I
Yeah.
mean, I want to be honest with them, and I want them to be honest with themselves. I want them to
Show up for your life.
you know, just like be a person that's not afraid to ask questions and to just genuinely be honest with yourself. Like I've always been a person that wanted to know things, you know, and just some people felt like, why would you want to know that? Like, you know, that has anything to do with you. I'm just like, you know, it's just good to know things. Like
Yeah.
the more you know, the farther you go.
Yeah,
So it's like
right.
I just genuinely feel like that's something that everyone should strive for, and before, like, it's even as deep as when something happens, when, like, let's say you have an argument with somebody, before you get angry, ask why they did something before you're getting angry at actually what they did. Like, you know, there's
Yeah.
reasons behind the reason why things happen. So,
Understanding.
you know, so like just the looking, I guess, going for that, and just that being the theme in the life of understanding a theme in everyone's life. That's like something I want to strive for.
definitely. All right, so this is the part of the show where I like to get spicy.
Spicy.
So
I can't do too spicy.
all right,
I
do
don't
mild.
Yeah,
But
that's better.
all right. So going into like, I guess like being honest
Uh-huh.
with yourself, how has music affected like your relationships with like different people?
I wouldn't say that I'd be lying if I said it did.
Yeah, because I mean, when you're chasing your dream, there are gonna be
Yeah.
people who don't believe in you. They think you're wasting your time, or they feel like you be doing something better, or you're not doing it the right way. And it's like, how has that affected like your relationships with people personally in your life?
I mean, I'm a real hard-headed person anyway, so like,
Right.
there's nothing anyone could really say in a sense that could affect me personally to say like towards my music or towards what I'm trying to do. But I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to answer that.
All right, we can move on. So, I guess going into like relationships and stuff, is it like important for you to have relationships with people like in the music industry, like that are doing the same thing that you do, like real genuine relationships, like friends in the industry, because they're the only like, you know, to have someone that understands you.
So like I recently, I think about stuff a lot, like just on my own. So I recently thought about that, like when I get where I'm trying to go, like who am I actually gonna have interactions with on a daily, like what person am I gonna go from watching on TV every day to actually talking to, building a relationship with, you know? And it's like, I wonder if that person's gonna be a genuine person. That's all I really care for.
Yeah.
Like, is that person gonna be?
But
real
I mean,
with
more
me?
like on a local level, like other artists and stuff like that. Is it important for you? Because not for nothing, like this industry, like I know probably for the music industry, it's even 10 times crazier. But I know even for like with acting and modeling, like people are really like disingenuous. Like they'll be buddy and cool with you, and it looks beneficial, but you know, when the curtain's shut, it's like, you know, like...
Yeah, it's, I mean, I don't know. Like I said, like, I guess whoever I take a liking to, whoever takes a liking to me, if it happens, I'm not looking to go in there and be like, oh, I want to be friends. Of course, we have people that we like, you know,
Because I
we
feel like
listen to.
sometimes it gets hard because in New York City, it's like real cliquey.
Yeah.
Like everybody is in a clique. Like if you're not cool with such and such, then you ain't on.
Yeah.
Like, you know, you got to be... People have to see you around certain people for you to be solidified, for you to be validated, especially like here.
I guess in this generation, yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah, so like, is it like, you know, something that I guess makes you insecure at times, or even just like make you want to like, maybe I should get a group of friends that sing?
Nah, I mean, I'm like, I have a lot of groups. I have groups of friends in different areas, you know, and I have really close relationships with people I've met, you know, just a few years ago, and I have relationships that are for people I know for years that are just as close, you know. And it's just, I just, if as long as they're a genuine person for me, like that's really what it is. Like I just, if I need reciprocity, like if I'm giving you a certain kind of friendship, I need that back, you know. And that's if you're that kind of person, you won't be in my life. If not, you're not.
Yeah,
simple.
That's definitely real. So I guess going into that, who are some of your musical influences?
I got too many. Like the most
Top
direct
three.
ones, top three. All right, most direct. All right, Tank. It's a guy like, man.
You love Tank.
I love Tank.
Stink
man.
ass Tank.
Don't violate my bro. All right, that's my man. So leave him alone. Tank, Wanye, Boyz II Men, and if I had one more, I don't know who's my third. It's just too
How
many.
you got too many and now you can't pick the third?
Because it's too many. It's like that spot is really
Who's the first person
important.
that comes to your mind for number three?
I don't. There's groups that come to mind. People from groups. It's so many people. Like Wanye was somebody from the group.
What are some? I guess not going into artists, but what are some of your musical influences as far as sound?
Sounds
like different tones and stuff you use in your music.
So I mean, I go for whatever makes me. I try my best to just go for whatever makes a person feel. Like if I want them to feel dark or sad, I try to go for a more somber tone. You know, like a minor and a piano, something like that, like a minor key or something like that. Like if I want something more happy, like a major key, you know, more I guess like certain songs like even steel pans, stuff like that, because I'm from the Caribbean, you know, Caribbean background, so that's something I like to incorporate sometimes. It's real happy.
Speaking on your Caribbean background, you care to let the people know where you from?
Oh, I'm from East Flatbush, but my background,
your background.
Trinidadian and Vincentian, St. Vincent, from the island.
That song you guys heard earlier with the reggae soca vibe, that was Will.
That's my joint.
That's Will.
It's called One Wine, and it's out everywhere on all platforms.
Streaming now.
Yeah, it's streaming now everywhere. Even on YouTube if you don't like to pay for stuff. It's on YouTube. It's shooting a video for it. Well, not hopefully. You're gonna be shooting a video for it soon. And I also have another record called Blame on Me. I did as a feature. But anybody who knows me, any record that I work on, I claim it like my own for the purpose of that, you know, for the sake of that artist, you know, just to push it, like, cause I care about them. If I'm working with you, I care about you. I care about what you're doing. So I push it like it's my record. So it's another record called Blame on Me that I featured on, and the guy's name is Chief Money. He's from East New York. Check him out. He's really dope. The record's really dope too. I think that like constantly what I hear about these records, whenever people tell me about them, feedback I get is like, yo, I can hear this on the radio. So like, you know, I feel like you feel the same. Check it out.
I feel the same.
Blame on Me. One Wine with a H.
All right, so
Like
on this on this show we cover trending topics, pop culture usually. So right now everything that's going on is with this 6ix9ine shit. So you got any opinions on that?
Honestly,
any feelings on that? Because I got some feelings, I got some opinions.
Honestly,
I'm gonna share with you guys because come on, this will not be the Burnout podcast at S.STREET Media if I ain't let y'all know the truth.
Honestly, I mean, everybody, you know, because I guess he's from Brooklyn. Everybody, you know, is
not even him being from Brooklyn, but like, I guess like if you was in that situation, like, would you even be in that situation?
Hell no. That's what I'm saying. Like nigga like me would have been in a fucking situation like that, boy.
The shit I find crazy about this shit is like, bro, like, see, me, I'm somebody like, you're off to me if like you hang around niggas and like none of them have known you for long. Like they all knew each other for a long time. And you're the only one like niggas ain't know, but you like going the hardest.
Yeah.
Like you like da da da.
Yeah.
Like feel me? I'm gonna get into this. I'm gonna give y'all a little background on this man 6ix9ine. But I give y'all my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I feel like
let me talk to my people.
Go ahead.
Let me feel me. We switching.
You probably have more to say about the thing than I will, honestly.
We switching from interview mode real quick. So I just feel like okay. All right. I just feel like when I first started modeling, this is back in like 2016. I used to be in Soho a lot. Now, if you're in that model scene, y'all bitches know. Soho, like 2015 to 2017, I want to say, is like where everybody was like networking. Still, I guess now, but everyone was meeting up, linking up, networking it. One of my photographers, I'm not gonna say no names, but shout out to you. You know who you are. He would like, he's always in Soho, and like he knows that whole scene, and he would always see 6ix9ine. Like all these people will always take pictures of him and shit like that.
Colored hair already.
Colored hair. Yeah, he already had the colored hair, the tattoos. This I want to say is like ending of 2016, going into 2017. Ending of 2016, if no one knew about 6ix9ine. Period. Like no one knew who he was. The ending of 2016. If you were in that Soho circle though, you seen him. Like you seen him. You know, like he's been over there. So it was just very strange to me when I seen Gummo and he was blood. Cause I'm like, yo, you just went from like this weird hipster dude in fucking Soho to fucking a blood. Mind you, I'm from Bed-Stuy. Like I'm from where they shot that video at. Like I never seen a nigga in a sty. I like, you know? So it's just one of them things like, bro, like, and nobody watching this from the star could be like, oh, nah, this bitch not from the star. Like, bro, I'm from fucking Bed-Stuy. So it was like one of them things like, I never seen this nigga. Like, dude pops owned the whole gas station not too far from where I lived, everything. So it's just very strange to me. But I'm like, yo, how is this like, when did this happen? But I chilled because I'm like, you know what? I don't know all the blood niggas in the style.
Let him rock.
And I liked his music. I ain't even gonna lie. I'm like, I'm a like, no funny shit. Like yeah, like yo, I fucked with all his music for the most part. So it was one of them things like, I let him rock. I'm like, hi, I ain't gonna let. But I just found it very strange. So now that I gave y'all the background, this is how I feel. Niggas really can't be mad that he's snitching. And I'm gonna tell y'all why.
I agree.
Bro, this nigga literally came out of fucking nowhere. Nobody from the sty chilled with this nigga, hung out with this nigga, knew this nigga. Now this nigga spinning blocks, making fucking videos in a chicken spot on Garvey. Like you know, like it's one of them things like, yo, where did this dude come from? And nobody said nothing. Yeah. So the reason why I feel like niggas can't get mad is because at the end of the day, any like street niggas gotta be thorough. Like you gotta catch on. I was just shout out to Slops. He came, pulled up at me at the lounge I work at. He has a podcast, so make sure y'all check them out. I've been up there a couple times promoting S.STREET Media and the Burnout podcast. Yeah, but he said like one of the most smartest things to me the other day. He was like, yo, her niggas might not be book smart, but they will catch on. How y'all niggas ain't catch on. Like, how y'all niggas, and the thing is, it's not even about catching on. Like, y'all niggas knew what it was. Like, y'all knew it was a money ploy. Y'all knew y'all was gonna make a lot of bread. So y'all niggas can't be mad.
Yeah.
And for the niggas on social media that's so frustrated with him snitching, y'all chill with rats every day. Not snitches, rats.
That's a fact.
Don't let that go over your head.
That's a
feel me? And like, you know, like it's just certain shit. Like I feel like anybody that you don't even got to be from the streets, cause I'm not. Feel me? Like I come on. I know my shit. Like I'm thorough. Fact. Like you don't even got to be from the streets. Like anybody that just live in the hood and those simple, basic gangster code, just knew certain shit was off. Like point blank period. I don't blame him for snitching.
The whole I don't either. The whole thing for me is like, you know, the same way how people expect for like if he in that world, he know what to expect. He know what time it is. So the same. It's on the same
way. Exactly.
If you know that's not a person that play that life, you know what to expect.
How
you gonna get a person that's gonna speak and is gonna sing like a canary.
Exactly.
So that's what he's doing. I don't blame him for wanting to be with his daughter. You know, wanting to get out of the situation. It's probably really scary in there for him. And you know, I wouldn't want to be in there.
I bet the fuck it is. But then again, I want to make this like a message, because y'all know I always got to bring it back to the black community. Not even the kids, but the black community. Y'all gotta be fucking wary, my nigga. Like y'all gotta be wary, because like erasure is real, and y'all let this little Mexican nigga run the fuck around, scream nigga this, nigga that. He had all these black blood niggas around him, and now look, all the OGs is going down, and it's sad, bro. Like it's sad, like. Feel me? Like, I don't want to see black men go to jail. And all these, bro, none of these niggas fucking Mexican mans is going down. None of his real mans is going down. So it's just like, I don't like to see us in that situation. Y'all gotta be very wary of who y'all allow to appropriate y'all culture. Feel me? Like, it's niggas like Killer Mike. Killer Mike is a Crip. He trying to get. He has Crip Cola. Like there's ways y'all can legitify this shit, and y'all don't gotta go that route. Like y'all don't gotta go that same route. Y'all don't gotta get a nigga that Jack Blood or Jack whatever the fuck. Like y'all could do this shit yourselves. Like I feel bad for Shotty, bro, cause I think he would have been a good ass manager. Like, I really feel like he would have been a good ass manager. I think that nigga would have been on some, not for nothing, everybody don't like Suge from Death Row, but when he had this shit on lock, his artist was getting endorsements, and I feel like Shotty would have been that. And he would have brought it back to the Brooklyn.
I think, like, you know, the same way how people say you don't feel bad for 6ix9ine, you can't feel bad for Shotty neither.
I don't
playing the game. You feel me?
It's not. I won't even say what you call it. I feel bad for him to an extent because there was potential. I feel bad for the potential.
Okay.
But I don't feel bad for the situation, because at the end of the day, it's, bro, you 38. Like, you been in the streets. Yeah, like, yeah, he did, bro, he did. Yeah. And, bro, he's, like, 15 years is a lot for a nigga that's 38 years old. Yeah, exactly, bro. He should have caught on, and, like, feel me? They was catching on. They was catching on, but it was too late.
They caught on.
Way too late.
You already know. You could just dip up fights and leave. I'll find somebody else.
You want to speak on the mic?
Hey, bro, listen. Like I said, it's not. I don't really got too much to say about that 6ix9ine thing, man. That's not really my, you know.
But yeah, I just wanted to talk on that real quick, because like at the end of the day, like, y'all know I'm coming with the facts, and I would never tell y'all nothing that's bad for y'all. Like, I guess going more into like the black community, since I took it there. We talked about this the other day. The H&M situation.
Listen, leave little girl alone.
Period.
Y'all are
leave
insecure.
That black queen alone.
Y'all are
that black princess alone.
Insecure. Half of y'all walk around shopping at H&M looking just like that. Leave that little girl alone. She is wearing her natural hair. There are different grades of natural hair, and don't allow this appropriated culture like that's happening in America right now with them just appropriating natural and all this beautiful thing that's happening with black people. They're making it look like there's a certain standard for natural, and natural comes in many different shades, just like black. So don't allow that. That's just all I got to say about it.
Period. Period. I don't even gotta say no fucking more. Like, I don't even gotta say no more.
So I gotta say about that.
Yeah, but but being that you have a daughter and representation matters. How did that make you feel as a father? Like, to see that, like, if that was your daughter and it was like, oh, her hair not done, because like I see somebody come home from school.
Listen,
and it's like, you know, like, she's a beautiful black girl.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. I'm the type of person, I like to see your hair wild. I like to see kids with wild hair. They're being kids, and that's them. That's their natural state. You
and
know?
I love that about you as a father.
You know,
one thing I could say is like you really let your kids hang.
Yeah, you know, it's like
like you let them be kids.
Like, of course, you want them to be presentable, but it's two sides to
Time
everything, and it's
place.
balance for everything.
Yeah.
My whole thing is balance, and like the same way, you know, you want to be comfortable in your house, and like as an adult or just at any point in time in your life, you're not always gonna be on your A. Like, you're gonna be sometimes walking to the corner store in basketball shorts and a crummy T-shirt, and that's just what it's gonna be. But you gonna want somebody to judge you for that? No. So chill out. It's right. Let them rock. Like,
yeah,
you know,
like I honestly, and I'm gonna say this. Some of y'all black folk, I won't say all. Some of y'all black folk, y'all showed y'all ass with that shit.
Yeah,
because it just was one of them things. Like, we
jump at everything.
I seen a lot of bitches who hair look just like that, saying they could have did her hair, and it's just like her hair was done. like you know, her hair was done. It's just like, imagine. I hope her mother didn't show her those comments because it's just like, yo, like. Imagine, she's beautiful. I seen some of her other stuff that she modeled for H&M. There was other pictures for that shoot. Yeah, and that's the other thing. There were other kids involved, and not for nothing. I'ma just say this: nobody said nothing about the other little black girl that was involved in the shoot. That was light skinned with the full head of hair. Because that was the presentable version of natural. And she had her hair was and going into what you're saying, I feel like we're too pick and choose with even within, I won't say we, like, as all of us, but some of us are too pick and choose. Like, we want to say, oh, that natural hair is okay, but that natural hair, now you got to do your hair. I even go back to like the whole Blue Ivy situation where everybody's like, oh, Beyonce got too much money not to comb that baby hair.
Leave her alone.
Northwest and royalty hair is never done, bro. Kim Kardashian never do her hair. She let her natural hair just whatever. Same thing with Chris Brown's daughter. His baby mother never do her hair. You never see nobody say nothing about them. Why? Because their kids are biracial. Because their kids aren't fully black. Because their texture hair is more acceptable. And it's like, we gotta stop. We gotta love our naps in all the grades it comes.
That's right.
That part. But
can't put us in a box. Try to put us in a box.
Yeah.
It's impossible. Shout out Ryan Leslie.
Yeah. Is that something, is representation, like, I guess, like, as far as like your music and what you try to showcase in like your music videos and stuff like that, important?
Yeah. I straight off the question before, I got, you know, you talk about black stuff, I get into it. So but nah, representation is very important. Like, you know, we had spoke about it a few days ago, you know, we was talking about just like, how some people don't have a voice and some people shouldn't be speaking on behalf of other people because they don't live their truth. And I told you, you know, I personally don't agree with that. I feel like, you know, the same way how if I should, because you should expect somebody to speak on somebody else's behalf. Just if you like, you don't have to, but that's the right thing to do. You know, so like I feel like representation very much so matters. And you know, everyone deserves a voice. Everyone has a story to tell. And
I have a question for you, like quick, just off the dome. Math, I know you probably seen it, but did you watch the Revolt TV panel with Candace Owens, T.I., Killer Mike?
I just seen that clip that everybody was crazy for. I just think that clip that everybody when Mike was talking about what we need to do and listen, Mike is my boy. Mike is my boy
because he was putting everybody in check.
I want to meet Killer Mike. I want to like if anybody watching this and has a connect to Killer Mike, let him know if he need a singer like yo. I'm dope, and you're dope too, and I think we could do
if he ever ran for president, like I would drop
everything
everything and run for his campaign. Seriously.
Got my vote.
I think this is my guest calling me. Hello, are you outside? All right, so look. Just call me when you outside because we actually on air right now, Scooter. Oh, all right. We only got all right. So just make sure you text me when you outside because we on air right now. All right. Say hey to everyone.
See you soon, Scooter.
What's
What's good, Scoot?
All right. Yes, I don't think he's gonna have enough time, y'all.
Damn, Scooter.
But
Damn.
what you call it? We'll have him back up here next time.
Yeah.
Look out for him. I might play a song after. But going into the summit, we only got a couple more minutes left. So 15 minutes you said? All right, we got 15 minutes left. So I'm gonna kind of talk about the panel a little bit.
Yeah.
Basically, Revolt TV had a panel, and not for nothing, I respect what P Diddy doing, but he need to carry himself a little more professional. Like you see how Jay-Z carry himself. Yeah, his reactions was too much. Like he was acting like he was at church.
Yeah, I feel
like that plays into the stereotype of black people not taking themselves serious. Exactly, everything is comedy. Like there was no reason for P Diddy to be jumping up and slamming on the table. Like we get it, you own Revolt TV, King. We love you, but you really need to start carrying yourself like like you're not Puff Daddy no more.
But playing devil's advocate though, like just like we was talking about 6ix9ine and like playing the part and like being real, like that's who Diddy is. You know what I'm saying? So like Diddy is extra.
But if that's who he is, he needs to have more people like, yo, bro, maybe sit this one out. Maybe not come.
Yeah, I
but what you call it? That wasn't the biggest thing. But I do respect what Diddy is doing because I feel like that was needed. Like when I seen that shit, I was like, what's this? Like they ain't even fucking promote it OD. Yeah. Like they just put it out. So I even respect that. Like that just caught niggas' attention like off guard because everybody going revolt. Yeah. But the thing I want to get into the things I like the most about the panel because there's a lot of things I liked and I feel like it's getting way too much hate. Like niggas is picking out way too many things that they didn't like about it. So I'm gonna go into what I liked. I liked the different kind of people they had on there. I like that they had Candace Owens up there. Oh my God, I forget her name, but she was also a Republican. She was up there. She was talking about immigration. Didn't agree with all her points, but I just liked that they weren't just the same Democratic, liberal black people up there. Like we had, variety. Candace said a lot of important things.
Too. I'm sorry, like cut you off. Like,
of course, go ahead.
Like, I remember I had a conversation with my mom a while back. Like, I grew up just as a black person being a Democrat. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, not to say that there aren't reasons for that I agree with.
Yeah, of course.
But there's this notion that like we need to do things because of the black association with black people, just because of that, and I'm like, that's whack. Like that's like the blind. That's like a blind way to learn something or to follow something. Just because something's black, that could be an easy way to guide somebody into something. You know what I'm saying? So like, I think doing your research is good.
Yeah, and I think she's bringing awareness to that, and I think that's why a lot of people don't like her. And I'm gonna have to get at T.I. real quick. And I've been meaning to get at T.I. for a minute. Bro, because it's just, I'm going to just say this flat out before I get into my real issue. You cannot be pro-black and sleep white.
Really?
Tiny is biracial, but it is obvious that she identifies more with white women. That being her mother's a white woman, and you go, girl, you supposed to be want to be like your mother. However, not only that, but the first big artist that T.I. had was a white woman, Iggy Azalea. So I feel like T.I. is very problematic. Like we keep putting him up on this pedestal, like he Martin Luther King of this I wouldn't say Martin Luther King, Malcolm X of this generation. No, because I see people try to put T.I. up there.
Listen, they said X was the Tupac of the generation.
Yeah, he's not. But what you call it? Yeah, like I just feel like T.I. is very problematic, and he just I feel like he got something against black women, straight up. Cause he did this shit with Rihanna. He was saying how Rihanna somebody was basically saying how someone was saying, why is it okay for Rihanna to date an Arabic dude and not black guys to date outside of their race? And somebody said, simple, because Rihanna never said she don't like black men because they ghetto and they da-da-da and they this, that, and the third.
Yeah.
She's just dating who she wants to date. Usually when black men date outside their race, it's like, oh, hold on, let me finish.
I'm going off what you said. Like, that's what they say something. Like, this why I don't do.
Yeah, this why I don't like them. They ratchet. They got nappy hair, da-da-da. So, T.I. hopped his ignorant ass up in the fucking comments and was like, how do you know Rihanna never said that? Bro, like, and I get where he's coming, but like, I just feel like he's always coming at black women. Now, getting into the panel, that whole time he was being mad fucking rude to Candace. Like, he was being mad rude to her. Like, okay, you don't like Trump. You don't like that she supports Trump.
What did he say?
Yeah, he kept cutting her off. He kept yelling in her face. Every time he would ask her a question, he would be really sarcastic and not allow her to answer. And Killer Mike had to tell him, chill. Like, yo, bro, relax. Like, and he had to point out to everyone, like, everything Candace is saying right now, Louis Farrakhan said. See, I need to relax. Like, don't get up here and act like y'all don't want to listen to what the fuck she's saying because it's coming from her mouth because she support Trump. Yeah. And I feel like he just was being mad rude to her. And I just feel like T.I. has some...
do you think that was his that was because of her being a woman or because of her being a black woman or her association with Trump?
I feel like it's because of her being a black woman, only because I see how he interacts with Kanye West and other... Kanye West is actually one of the only black males that are a
he called Kanye a coon.
He did call Kanye a coon, but the way he interacts and addresses men is totally different from how he's been really catty and vindictive toward them. Okay. With men, it's more like a call out, like, bro, I'm calling you out because you're a king like I am and I don't want to see you brainwashed. So I'm going to call you a coon. I'm going to give you that tough love, da-da-da. With women, it's more to me like, you know, like, oh, shut the fuck up. You don't know what you're talking about. You don't know what you're talking about. Kind of trying to make her look dumb. And she's obviously not fucking dumb. Same way Kanye isn't. Yeah. So it's just one of them things, like, I wonder, like,
That's fair.
And I just wonder why, like, you know, he's so, you know, like, he's so mad about some of the things he's angry about. Like, you know, regarding black women. Like, I feel like he's just, you know, always... trying to like make something out of nothing. But yeah, that's all I had to say about T.I. I didn't like how he kept cutting her off. But yeah, but besides that, like, I think the panel was dope. Like,
I didn't get to see the whole thing. I only saw that snippet that Killer Mike was you know, talking his shit. But
yeah.
What is it on? It's on YouTube?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. So
right,
I think it's on YouTube.
I'm gonna have to cash out.
Yeah, so I guess for the last couple of minutes we could talk about Wu-Tang, since that's what we've been watching.
All right. Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Whoa. We go watch me flow. My man Old Dirty, dog. Yeah. Listen. That
how you been liking the series?
I
know you've been liking it.
You know, you already know. Like like I said, I started off rapping first, so like just me being a singer, like honestly, I can say I'm just, if not a bigger fan of hip hop than I am of R&B, I'm just as big a fan. You know, like so for me, like that it's real New York. You know, it just has that feel.
Shout out to Dave East, because he playing
all of them. They pick those parts and everyone's playing them so well. Like just from their mannerisms, the way they walk, the way they say certain things. It's just I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is.
If y'all don't, really good. If y'all not watching Wu-Tang, y'all need to watch it. Especially this generation. Like, I'm talking to y'all, everybody that watch me, y'all know we need to watch it, because we don't have teamwork in this generation. Like, we do not work together on a team level. It's like, I'm doing my shit, and if I pop, I'm gonna bring my niggas on, and your niggas be leeches, and then you wind up in a Tekashi 6ix9ine situation. And I'm not saying that they were leeches. Yeah, they wasn't even his niggas. But like, not even like, but like, you know, we end up in awkward situations with our teams and the people that are representing us, because we don't have real teams. Yeah. So if you're not watching it, y'all need to watch that now, because
Yeah.
Great story.
Yeah, and I just love
and
like
them niggas had beef with each other.
Yeah, they have real beat. Like, I love anything that tells like a story. I just love watching stories. I love hearing people's story and like how things align and how like people probably would have never met, but then they ended up meeting or something like that. And how this like it's just dope to me how all these guys knew each other and like they ended up really being a group and touring the world together like that. And they knew each other and they've been doing this and they were saying it for so long. Like that's a dope concept to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just love that. I love that.
Yeah.
I can't wait to like
I
one
can't
day
wait to
do my own series or something like that
about
about my own life, and I could be like, and it's dope especially because they're all outside of Dirty, they're all alive still. So they can have that say. And it was like this was that day. This is where I was at. This is who was here. This is and they can confirm it. And I remember we was talking about it a few days ago where I was saying like it's even dope how they can probably sit down and doing something like this can be like, oh, that day this is where I was and this is where you were, like that scene in the opening. Sorry to spoil it. It's been out for a few days. We some episodes in, so I'm talking about it. This just the scene for me, like when Raekwon is driving down the street and he passes RZA's house to get to shoot at what's the name, Ghostface and and it's like just that night I could picture them talking about it, like going over the scenes, like so I was driving in the car with Power or whatever, and he was like we had passed your house, and he was like, yo, I was listening to music. That's probably what, like, he was.
That's why,
so it's just that kind of that
it's
dynamic.
Really good, and not
cool
only that, but RZA is an amazing storyteller. Shout out Real Works. I would have never known how amazing RZA is if I had never attended their program. So shout out to you guys, and culture.
Tell us about that program.
Oh yeah, yes. Shout out to Real Works. It is a film program for young filmmakers. You guys should check them out. I have a documentary up there about my adoption story for you guys who did not know I was adopted. I actually should have some of the people that work for Real Works and some of the students and stuff up at the show. So if you guys are on the stream right now watching us, you guys watch this on YouTube. Shout out to y'all. You guys made me amazing. But we're about to wrap up the show. So before we get into you and the stuff you gotta promote, I had a lot of shit, y'all, to tell y'all. So I'm gonna just get into that first. Yeah. So first and foremost, I am launching my brand, Flamboyant by Shelby. Shelby is my middle name for you guys that know that. My Instagram is Rebecca.Shelby, obviously. So I'm launching my eyelash brand, Flamboyant by Shelby. We will be adding more products, but right now it's just mink lashes, 3D 25mm minks, and then regular minks. I have the regular minks on right now, 100% on natural. You guys can follow the podcast at burnout.pod. Follow me at Rebecca.Shelby. I haven't done that since the first episode, so I just want to like refresh you guys' memory and stuff like that. So now, Will, it's your turn. Let the people know where they can find you at, where they can stream your music. If you got a message for anybody or a message for your fans, you want to shout out your kids, anything. Go.
Shout out to Kyrie and Samaya, my two beautiful babies. You can follow me on Will Ferdinand Official. That's WILLFERDINAND Official. That's on Instagram. And yeah, like I got the record out, Blame on Me. That's Chief Money featuring me. It's called Blame on Me.
Don't you got a couple shows coming up?
And One Wine, that's also about the record. And then I have a show coming up on October 11th. That's actually at hold on one second. That's at it's in Brooklyn, and it's at, what's the name of this place? Oxygenation Lounge.
Ooh,
Oxygenation Lounge. That's 1343 Flatbush Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. That's October 11th at 9 p.m. and it's $20 at the door. All tickets will be sold at the door. It's gonna be a dope night. It's I believe Desert Storm Radio. They're throwing that showcase. And yeah, it's gonna be dope. So come out. You gonna trust me. I'm putting on the show. I'm gonna be home. I'm in Brooklyn. Every time I'm in Brooklyn, I show out. So
Matt, if we got anything coming up as far as S.STREET Media, any events?
They got on www.
Okay, check us out at www.sstreetmedia.info. And you guys can check out all our latest events. Come check us out. Come show support. And this was the Burnout Podcast. You already know how that go. I am your host, Rebecca Shelby. We are here at S Street Media. We out.
We out of here.